Are you someone who has been experiencing the sinking, feeling that things are getting more expensive lately? Or are you worried that the higher cost of living might have you, and your family scrambling for ways to reduce your expenses, let alone get started on saving some bucks? If your answer is yes, then welcome. Because in this video we are going to walk you through 15 ways to save $50,000 as a family. So watch till the end to get to know some of the top money-saving tips that you can use to take charge of your budget and savings starting today. With that said, let's jump right into the video. 1. Never fly when you can drive. The first tip that you can use to save up to $50,000 as a family is to make smart choices when it comes to selecting the mode of transportation for your family's travel. The tip here is that if you are traveling with family, it is better to plan to drive instead of flying, especially if the trip is within a few hundred miles. That's because by driving, not only will you save the airfare of buying 6 to 7 airline tickets for a family of 8, but you'll also have a car when you arrive. However, if you don't think your family car is up to the task, you can also easily rent a compact for $300 to $400 per week, or roughly the cost of a single airline ticket to many destinations. And while you're at it, another bonus tip is to sign up for programs such as AAA to add even more savings to major travel purchases. By simply signing up, not only can you save money on hotel stays, car rentals, restaurants, and travel attractions, but you can also get other benefits the program offers, such as roadside assistance in case you get stuck, and that too for free. Now that's your money well saved, right? 2. Go for basic family meals. The second tip that you can try out to save money is to cut down on complex meals, as this can get really pricey. However, this doesn't mean that you have to strip your family meals down to the absolute bare minimum. So while some families may be content with plain pasta and eggs, others might prefer a tastier meal. And if your family belongs to the latter category, worry not, because there are a lot of food blogs devoted to eating well on the cheap. Some of the more popular ones that you should check out include Budget Bites, Stone Soup, and BROKEASS Gourmet. With that said, create some fun memories of cooking meals together as a family while saving money on the side. What more can you possibly want? 3. Refinance your family mortgage. Another tip that you can try to cash in the savings is to explore if you have the option to refinance your family's mortgage to a lower rate. So, if you as a family are on a 15-year, $100,000 fixed-rate mortgage, lowering the rate by 0.5% can result in saving upwards of $5,000 in interest charges over the life of the loan. By adopting this simple change, as a family, you will not only accumulate home equity more rapidly, but will also increase your ability to cover unexpected home repairs as well. Perfect, right? 4. Create a budget. Another equally awesome tip is that the first place to start when trying to save money is to assess your family's current spending habits, as this helps you understand and identify any discrepancy in your spending decisions. By reviewing your family's current spending habits, you can determine what to eliminate today to start saving more for tomorrow. So if you don't have a budget plan set up yet, get started with Tiller today. Tiller is an amazing app that automatically pulls all of your monthly transactions into a Google Sheet or Excel document, so you can see where your money is going each month. Neat, right? 5. Buy clothing in thrift or discount stores. The next tip is to go thrift shopping or buy clothing items from stores that offer discounts. This is a really good catch because you can easily buy a shirt or blouse that sells in a retail store for $30 for just $4 in a thrift store, or a $40 pair of pants for $5. Nice off. This strategy is also especially good for buying children's clothing, because since kids outgrow clothes so quickly, thrift stores offer an opportunity to buy good quality clothes at low prices. However, if thrift stores aren't your thing, you can also take a look at discount stores like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. These stores are lifesavers because you can buy the same tie for a wedding, which at Macy's would cost you a whopping $40 for half the price at Marshalls. 6. Buy reusable goods. The next tip is to buy products you can reuse repeatedly, because this isn't just good for your family's budget, it's also good for the planet. For example, buying stasher bags can help you cut back on or eliminate the use of single-use zip-closed plastic bags. The catch here is that even though the bags cost more than a box of plastic bags upfront, you'll only need to buy them once, that's all. So, what are you waiting for? Go for reusables and start saving the planet today. 7. Hold on to swaps. The next tip is, if you've got kids, you probably know other families with children. What you can do is make your saving efforts a little more community-focused by holding a clothing or stuff swap. Remember, the rules of a swap are simple. Nothing is for sale, and everyone has to bring something so that they can take home what they need. So, while sharing is caring, remember, sharing is also saving. 8. Get stuff for free. However, if you can't find enough people to hold a swap, another way to get what you need while saving a ton of money is to join a local free group or buy nothing group. To do that, all you need is to post what you need to the group, and if someone has it, they will let you know. Along with joining a free group, you can also try Nextdoor, FreeCycle, or Facebook Marketplace to get your hands on some good free stuff today. 9. Save energy at home. Trimming your utility bills is another way to boost your budget and save money. Some energy-saving options, such as installing new plumbing fixtures or upgrading your HVAC system, cost a lot up front. But there are also plenty of low-cost or free ways to lower your family's energy use. 2 energy-saving habits that you should teach to your family include: 1. Turning off the water. Teach your kids to turn off the water when they're brushing their teeth or washing dishes rather than letting it run. 2. Switching off lights and devices. Another way to lower energy costs is to turn things off when no one's using them. You can also put little notes by light switches to remind your kids and adults to flip the switch as they leave a room. With that said, turn off taps and switches and let the savings flow. 10. Cut back on subscriptions. Another equally important tip is to keep your family's subscription list in check. Because with sites like Netflix, Disney+, HBO, Spotify, Audible, and OwlCrate, it's easy to let the number of subscriptions and subscription boxes your family has multiply. To sort out this issue, have a family meeting and talk about your subscriptions. Ask them, do you need to subscribe to every streaming service? Or do you need that monthly book club? Or can you head to the library once per month instead? Once you have sorted out the really necessary ones that your family wants to keep, unsubscribe from the rest. Because remember, while 1 or 2 subscription services won't break your bank, adding more and especially unnecessary ones definitely will. 11. Organize your grocery shopping. It is a known fact that the more organized you are when you go grocery shopping, the more money you can save. So, the next tip is to have a list of items you need to buy ready before you head out. Also, calculate a rough estimate of the maximum budget you're prepared to spend on the trip, as this alone can keep you from overspending. Another tip is to try to shop early in the week when stores are the least crowded. That's because crowds mean added stress, and that's never good for a budget-conscious shopper because it can hinder you from comparing item prices. So, skip the stress and save the rest, because calmness indeed is the cradle of power, period. 12. Avoid being over-insured. Another important tip is to avoid being over-insured. For example, you don't need prescription drug coverage if all you ever need is an occasional antibiotic. You also don't need $1 million of life insurance if you only make $50,000 per year. So, be sure that any insurance coverage you have roughly matches the reasonable possibility of a negative outcome. Because if it doesn't, it's better to start avoiding over-insurance and save the money for better things instead. 13. Buy when everyone else is selling. If you are someone who wants to start saving money, then this concept should become a universal application in your life. That's because it can apply to investing, i.e., buying after a market sell-off, so you can pick up investment bargains, but it can also apply to just about anything you might buy. For example, since retail sales typically fall off in January, nearly everything goes on sale. So, the best time you should go for your bulk buying is in January rather than November and December. This concept also has a strong seasonal application. For example, buy your winter clothing in late winter or early spring, when winter items go on clearance. This way, you will get the best items and save your money as well. 14. Give the gift of time. Are you someone who often gives gifts to people because you can't spend time with them, either for a birthday or during the holidays? If your answer is yes, then it is high time you change, because first of time is not only less expensive than a gift, but it also works wonders when it comes to building up family relationships. With that said, plan to spend some with the person or people you want to give something to. This can include an outing, lunch, dinner, or even a quick cup of coffee. Remember, time is always much more worth than any physical gift, and if it saves you money as well, then what better could you want? 15. Research ahead. The next tip is to research ahead any time you plan to buy something, and especially if that something is fairly costly. Some of the tips that you can try are: 1. Surf the web to see who has the item at the lowest price, or if any sales are coming up. 2. See if you can buy the same item secondhand. By adding research to significant purchases, you can save hundreds of dollars each year. However, you don't need to do this for small purchases, otherwise, you can burn a lot of time on insignificant savings. So maybe setting a threshold of, say, $50 and above is the better option. This is a really good way of increasing your savings, because in some cases you can save up to 60 to 70% off the initial price. Now, how about that? Alright. Well, these are the 15 ways that you can try to save over $50,000 in a few years. We hope that this video encourages and inspires you to reach your own saving goals. Yes, it takes dedication. Yes, it takes perseverance, but it's not impossible. So, that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again in the next one.